2 weeks ago, something happened to my eye. Do you know what happened to my eye? Guess. Somebody said pink eye. That's what I thought it was too, because my eye would get red and it got a little blurry. I got a scratch on my eye. Yeah, I don't know how I got a scratch in my eye, but I got a scratch in my eye, and I had to go to an eye doctor, and they had to look and put a light in my eye and look around, and there was a scratch, and they said, well, they didn't call me Pastor Jonathan, but they said, Mr. Foster, you need to take some medicine and drop it in your eye. So let's see if I have some. Oh, here we go. So see this? You can't really see. It's a little bit. And I had to take this and drop it into my eye. And I had to take some medicine and put it in my eye when I sleep because my eye has to get better. And until it gets better, I've got to wear these glasses. Oh, I can see you all now. Without my glasses, you all have circle heads. And I can't see your eyes, and I can't see anything on your face. Yep, I can see little sticks waving. Yes, little sticks are waving in the air. Yes, I see those. And there you all are. And I know some of you have never had glasses before, and so you don't really understand what it's like, but I have some pictures that can show you what it's like to have blurry vision and what it's like to be able to see. So here's a picture of maybe something that's blurry, okay? So see how the glasses make it look different than it does if it's outside the glasses? Or look at this picture. There's a picture of what it's like when it rains. Have you ever seen it when it rains and it's kind of like that? Well, that's what it looks like for me if I take off my glasses. You all look kind of like blurry and blue like that. Or I've got one more picture where you can kind of see what it's like if you're blurry. There's two faces. You can barely see them. Can you see kind of the outline and the fuzziness there? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of... So if you've never had to wear glasses or contacts, that's what it looks like for me all the time without my glasses. And I want you to imagine what you would do if you really wanted to see. Like, just imagine if you couldn't get glasses, what would you do if you could see? I mean, what would you do? Would you maybe pay a lot of money so that you could finally see? Or would you maybe work really hard so that you could finally see? Or what would you do so that it wasn't fuzzy all the time and you could actually see? Because I'm going to tell you about somebody today who really, really, really wanted to see, but he couldn't. He couldn't see. He really wanted to, but he couldn't. And you'll understand why maybe when we do this little game here. Who's somebody that you would really like to see if you got to go to a concert? Think of a concert, and I lost my handheld. I don't know where it went. Normally I would interview with a mic, but I'm just going to point at you and you're going to have to shout really loud, okay? In the back, Donis, who is somebody that you would really like to see in concert? Justin Timberlake. All right, okay. All right, let's get another example. Berna's got the microphone. Let's go to Lily, who's right in the middle here. Okay, she's kind of like, he's going to have to do acrobatics to get the microphone to you. But turn around, Lily. There's a microphone.
Kelsey Ballerini.
Who is that?
Kelsey Ballerini.
Kelsey. Okay, all right, okay. Let's get one more from this side. Let's get a sixth grader there in the back here. Somebody that you would really like to see in concert, all right? Oh, you can pick. You can just pick your favorite person in the back 2 rows there, over there. In concert, it would be...
Chris Tomlin.
Chris Tomlin. Oh, I would love to see that. That'd be cool. You know, I know some of you have seen maybe a Toby Mac concert, and you're like, oh, that'd be awesome. Or maybe some of you would really like to see a Britt Nicole concert. She's pretty cool to see. All right. What would you do if I had a ticket and you could go see this person? You could go see this very famous, very popular person. What would you do to try to see a Toby Mac or a Chris Tomlin or a Justin Timberlake? Maybe you would pay a lot of money. Maybe you would break your piggy bank so that you could buy that ticket and go. Or maybe you would bug your mom and dad forever and say, Mom, please, can I go? Please, Mom, can I go? Please, can I go? Mom, please. Until they finally say yes. Or, I don't know, what would you do? I just want you to think about this, because not only in our story is there a person who really wants to see, he really wants to see somebody specifically. He really wants to see one person, a very famous person, very popular person, and he really wants to see him, but he can't. Just can't. And maybe you'll understand a situation if we do a little game here. I need everybody to help me with this. So here's what you have to do. You're pretty good at listening and following instructions. All I want you to do is I want you to, not yet, in a second, stand up, turn to the person next to you, and see who is taller. Okay, let's try that. Everybody stand up. Who is taller? Who is taller? Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, everybody have a seat. Everybody have a seat. All right. Now, if you were the tallest, can you just raise your hand for me, please? If you were the tallest. Okay, and put your hands down. If you were the shortest, could you just raise your hand, please, for me? Okay. All right. Put your hands down. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 short people. Tell me that. Okay. Miss Rachel, would you choose one short person from your group, please? Yep, just one short person. Thank you so much. They're doing so good back there, sitting really well. Awesome. Okay, can you stand on this chair for me? Thank you so much. All right, I just want you to stand right there, okay? I need another short person to come and help me. Oh, hold on. Miss Carter, could you choose one person from your group to come over here, please? Okay, perfect. Okay, come on over here. Yeah, come on up. Okay, can you climb up on this chair for me? All right, can you stand up on that chair? Whoa, are you okay? All right. Okay, look at that. Now, I want you to imagine if these two wanted to see over some very tall people. You know who's tall in our school? The teachers are tall. I need some teachers to help us here. Miss Rendell, come on up, Miss Rendell. Yes, come on up here. And let's see. Mr. Huff can come on down here. Mr. Huff can come on down here. And you want to come up down here? Yeah, come on. Okay. That's good. Now, we got everybody. Now, we have some very tall teachers here. All right. Mrs. Gould is tall. That's true. I did not even think of that. Is she here?
She's here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yep. All right. I'd like you three to stand in front of the children, please, if that'd be okay. In front. Oh, the kids are yelling. Oh, yeah. All right. So this one back here, it's hard for him to see over all the grown-ups, right? It's hard for you to see? Is that hard for you to see, buddy?
No, I can be one.
You see outside, right? Yeah, exactly. Good job. Good job. How about you? Can you see over them? Right? Because you're a little bit taller now, right? If you're small, it's kind of hard to see over a big crowd of grown-ups, right? Have you ever been stuck in a big crowd of grown-ups before? Yeah. Not fun. You did a very good job. You can have a seat, and you can have a seat. Thank you so much. And the teachers can have a seat. Yep. All right. Now, some of you are putting these together. You're thinking, oh, Pastor Jonathan, I think I know who you're going to tell us about. You're going to tell us about somebody who wanted to see, somebody who wanted to see somebody really popular, somebody who couldn't see because there were all these big people in the way. Some of you know what we're going to talk about, but I want to show you it first. So if I can have your eyes and your ears, please, I'd like you to take a look on the screen as we watch the brick Bible.
Boys and girls, this is a story about Zacchaeus. Hello, Zac. Every night he went to sleep, Zac would dream about how he was the shortest man in all of Jericho. Zac thought about growing himself a beard to make himself look older and more important, but it just looked wrong. So Zac found a job where he could make lots of money. Perhaps being short wouldn't be so bad if he was rich. He began working for the Roman government, and that's when the trouble started. Each day, Zac would sit at the town gates. As people came to the market, Zac calculated how much tax they needed to pay and collected the money from them. As he watched the box fill with money each day, Zac began to wish he could have some of it for himself. He came up with a clever plan to make people pay just a little bit more than they needed to. That's how Zac started to get rich, by stealing other people's money. Zac was a cheater. One day, Zac heard that Jesus was coming to town. He really wanted to see Jesus, but he was too short to see over the crowd, and nobody liked Zac the cheater. Then Zac got a bright idea. Back down the road was a fig tree. It was pretty easy to climb and would give him just the view he needed. If he was really lucky, Zac would be able to get a closer look at this man who he had heard so much about. The crowd moved closer until the people were all around. Jesus stopped and looked up. "Hello, Zac. I'm so glad to see you here. Come down. Let's go to your house and have lunch." Zac was so happy. Jesus wanted to spend time with him. Zac didn't want to be a cheat anymore. To show he was sorry, he decided to give half his money to the poor and pay back 4 times what he had stolen. Zac realized that people were much more important than money. He celebrated the best friendship he could ever have.
How many of you have heard that story before? Okay, most of you. Very good. All right. So what does the story about Zacchaeus teach us? I mean, this was a real story. It really happened. They obviously weren't Lego people. They were real people. All right. Zac thought he had a problem. He thought at first that he had a seeing problem. He couldn't see Jesus, right? Then he thought, well, maybe I have a a small problem. I need to get taller so that I can see. But that wasn't the real problem with Zach, was it? What was the real problem with Zach? It was an inside problem, right? It was his heart. He had loved money. Money, 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 money. So much that he was mean to people. He stole from people. He cheated people. Do any of you know people that cheat or are mean? Yeah. Zach was very mean, and he stole lots of money. But Jesus saw that Zach's problem wasn't that he needed to be taller. It wasn't that he needed to see better. It wasn't even really that Zach had money. The problem was about Zacchaeus' heart. And it's actually the same problem that you have and I have. We have the same problem that Zach has because we don't realize that we need to give all of our love not to money or friends, but to Jesus, right? And Zacchaeus thought that he could buy happiness. He thought, if I have enough money, then I'll have friends. If I have enough money, people will like me. But that's not true. Money can't buy you friends, not real friends. Money can't buy you happiness. Zach tried, it doesn't work. He had all the stuff he could want. He had tickets and money and toys and food. Didn't make him happy. He needed what Jesus had. And the cool thing about this story is that Jesus was willing to spend time with Zach because he loved Zacchaeus. And he loves you. It doesn't matter if you've been mean before. Maybe you've stolen something before. Maybe you've cheated somebody before. Maybe you were kind of mean at recess today, or maybe you cheated on your homework and nobody really knows about it. You've done some things too, just like Zacchaeus. And the good news for you is that Jesus still loves you, even though you've done some very bad things. You might think, oh, Pastor Jonathan, I'm not really bad. I haven't stolen lots of money. Oh, but we all have sinned. We have all done bad things just like Zach. And the good thing is that Jesus has come to us, and he wants you. He wants to hang out at your house. Have any of you ever had a birthday party before? Yeah? Have any of you ever sent out invitations before? Have any of you ever not been invited to a party that you wanted to go to before? Yeah. Here's the thing, boys and girls. Jesus' invitation is to anyone. He wants you to be with him. He would love to come and spend time with you. You've got to do very little. You don't have to climb up in a tree. You don't have to be able to see better. Jesus comes to you and says, hey, I would like to be with you. Come on down. And the cool thing is that when we come and we join Jesus' family, our hearts do change. And we stop loving things like money and just friends or toys. We find something much, much, much better. A life with Jesus. So here's how we're going to close today. I would like you to think just for a moment, is there a little bit of Zacchaeus in me? Not me, Pastor Jonathan, me, you, me. Is there a little bit of Zacchaeus? And maybe Jesus wants to be with you today. Can we close our eyes and bow our heads, please? Jesus, I thank you so much for loving me, for loving the boys and girls here, even though we have done bad things, God. I ask that you would speak to the children here and remind them of times where they've cheated or when they've been mean. But Jesus, thank you so much for inviting us to be with you even though we've done bad things. And God, I pray for every boy in here today that they would respond to your invitation to join you and to have a totally new life. In Jesus' name I pray. And everybody who agreed with that said? Amen. Boys and girls, when you leave today and you hear the story of Zacchaeus or you remember about what we talked about today, remember that Jesus wants to eat with you. He wants to be with you.